Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel and welcome back to our Daredevil Season 2 mini recaps. I'm Wendy.
I'm Dustin.
And we're now going to talk about episode 4 through 6 in this video.
Yep.
So, we're kicking off with episode 4. Wow.
This is like pretty much the mid-season finale.
Yeah, it feels like
but
it.
yet it's like only 4 episodes in.
Yeah, so I know we have plenty more to go. So let's just get down to the juiciest part, in my opinion, of the episode, the graveyard scene with Matt and Frank.
That monologue was just heart-wrenching to hear.
Did you get the feels when he was telling the whole thing? And I was like, almost moved to tears, talking about his daughter and how he didn't read her his book because he was tired, and that was it.
That was
and
the
then
last day.
He described
the describing of holding her where and looking at her where her face used to be.
He goes, the meat spilling all of her. I'm like,
my God.
I mean, I don't want to say it 100% justifies the way he does things, but at the same time, it can't help but feel bad for the guy, and you kind of have to understand where he's coming from. I also really liked when Matt went and saved him from the Irish. Mm-hmm. And how just
I think I know.
It was like fighting and babysitting at the same time because he had to really keep the Punisher at bay from killing another person. Like, how
after he lost his gun, he went and picked up a hammer.
And he was like, nope,
not using that either. That was a really good fight. Oh, but it was gruesome.
It was very gruesome.
When he blew the guy's face off.
Well, he drilled his foot. That was also very disturbing. This season is way more graphic, way more violent than season 1. I like that they kind of call each other. Well, I guess Matt really only calls him Frank, but he's got all these nicknames for him.
For
the Punisher,
Red.
He's like Red, and then when he stopped him with the hammer, he's like Altar Boy.
What is it called? The characters. I love their chemistry together.
I do.
At first, when they were first butting heads on the rooftop, you kind of saw that they were still kind of finding that common ground, even though they hated each other's guts. And in the graveyard and in the with the Irish, it was really funny to see them
working together almost in a sense.
And I'm pretty sure this is not the end we're going to see a Frank.
I hope not. I mean, they sure may seem like it, but I don't think so. I think we're going to see way more. Mm-hmm. And then, I guess now we're going to see, when we watch episode 5, we already knew who came in at the very end, and you called it too. Because, Matt's walking to his apartment.
I called a lot of things in this.
You did.
When he was cutting his arm, I'm like, he's putting some kind of blade or a knife in there so he can either get free or use it against them.
But did he really have to let himself get his foot drilled? Did he really? And I thought he was going to go John Wick when they brought in the pit.
Yeah,
I was like, he's gonna go John Wick on you. Just don't hurt the dog. Mm-hmm. Don't do it. So
I wish he would have gone back for the dog. That would have been kind of cool.
Well,
somehow, but he couldn't. He had his foot drilled. But then I also called the bomb exploding in the car.
Right. Mm-hmm.
For a second, I hesitated. As soon as they lifted up and they went, "Okay, there's the money," I was like, "But no, there's got to be a bomb." And then they're like, "Wait a second." I was like, "There it is." Boom. But even though I called a lot of things on this, I still enjoyed watching every minute of it.
Oh, yeah.
Really good episode.
None of the episodes felt like filler or, just kind of progressing the story forward. Just every single episode so far has had a really huge impact, or a really awesome fight scene, or an amazing dialogue. So I can't wait to see more. I'm ready to see Elektra. I want to see her in action. Mm-hmm. You called it too. He even said the dialogue when Matt was walking into his apartment, and I was like, well, this is all quiet. Somebody's got to be in there. And Dustin goes, yeah, Elektra's going to be in there. She's going to say, hello, Matt. And of course she says, hello, Matthew. And I was like, wait, you watch this without me or something?
I think they showed that on the trailer.
Oh.
So, okay. And I knew they were going to cut there because now the next episode is going to pick up right there. So I'm eager to get back to it.
So is she going to cock block Karen? Is that what?
Oh, good point. As soon as things start getting going with Karen hot and heavy.
Well, we'll see, I guess. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next episode review. And we're back, and here's our review for episode 5. Oh, they just keep topping every episode.
Flashback episode.
It is the flashback episode. Elektra and Matt.
With some kinky sex scenes in there, too. On top of a old, gross boxing ring. First thing we both we're like, oh, this is kind of, ew.
Now, I never read the comics, and I don't know Elektra well. except like, for like her general look and very general information about her. So is she kind of always that's her personality trait? Like she's
like that she's fucking crazy.
Yeah, she.
I mean, if you guys are actually a little bit more educated on Elektra, I've actually read only a little bit of the Daredevil comics, so I don't know much of the Elektra background. I didn't know how crazy she is, or how I think she is a little crazy.
She's crazy, and their dynamic reminded me a little bit of like if you were to compare like Bruce Wayne to Catwoman.
Oh yeah,
To Selena Kyle's.
That actually be a really
little
close...
bit like that. I do like that Karen kept on digging as far as the Frank Castle stuff goes. Mm-hmm. So it shows that he will be back. Well, actually, we already saw the sneak peek that he is going to be back in this episode.
You always give you that one little screen on Netflix of the next one, and we're like, okay, I guess he's going to be in there more.
Yeah, he'll be back, and I'm totally fine with that. But
yeah, I like his character.
I am ready to go back to see episode 6 because Elektra's got her outfit on, and she just pushes him to the edge. She pushes Matt to the edge where, she brought him to Roscoe Sweeney's house. Matt gets, he beats him to a pulp. She just leaves. Now she gets the suit.
Yeah, which is another thing. I'm kind of like, well, where did she get the suit from? But I guess it was it was all planned out.
She's a ninja. She ninja'd him when he was at dinner with Karen, probably. She knew exactly where he was. It's all like just playing, into her hand. This is a dangerous girl to piss off. Like, I would not want to be... I don't even want to be associated with her. Because even if you help her with something, she'll probably find some way to manipulate you into doing something else.
Well, I think what she's trying to do is turn him dark and turn him into a murderer.
This, like, dangerous thing that she's, like, really into.
Because then they can be that whole...
or a Harley and Joker type?
Yeah, I think... Well, not quite that crazy, but...
She's insane.
I'm saying... They're kindred spirits. It's going to be interesting to see where this leads.
Yeah, and one more thing, I really like that when Karen was digging into the Frank Castle stuff, they kind of led back the whole, Jessica Jones? Was that this episode?
Oh yeah, they mentioned Jessica Jones.
They did mention Jessica Jones and how like one of the lawyers.
It was the DA. She was going after vigilantes like Jessica Jones, the Punisher, and Daredevil.
Yeah, so that was really cool to see. So we're obviously gonna see. I wonder if the next episode will have a little less action and a little bit more like.
Well, this episode didn't have that much action in it.
I thought so.
Really?
Well, yeah, not action, but it really showed like when they were in the boxing ring.
Oh, they had a little. So they had some brief fight scenes.
Yeah, it was cute.
So, but we're gonna head off and watch the next episode.
Episode 6, and we'll be back with our review in just a bit. All right, everybody, we're back with episode 6 review. What did you think?
Another turn for the tables. I mean, a lot of twists and turns on this. With Frank pleading not guilty.
Well, I don't want to say shocker. Like we kind of saw it coming, but
only in that moment though. I thought they had another plan or something, or
I felt like
he was gonna break out or something, and not. But you always knew that there was something with the DA and Frank. Mm-hmm. And is it the fact that he doesn't remember exactly what's going on?
He's trying to bury something.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's one shady lady. Yeah, so feel bad for Foggy. I feel like the last few episodes he's really shined, and I feel like he's just getting like the crap end of the stick. In this episode, like, he sees Karen and Matt kind of do like a kiss in front of him. He's like, really, right now? And I was like, wait, but didn't he know and he seemed okay with it before?
Yeah, because he mentioned it to the other girl, but I mean...
But I guess it does bother him, and then now because Frank plead not guilty, he's like...
The court, it'd be like doing the OJ trial for free.
Oh my god.
And you're like, oh my gosh, the amount of work that would go into that.
And just quick question, I don't know if any of you guys picked this up out there. How do they're not making money with their firm.
Yeah.
They're getting paid with like food and
Elektra
stuff.
gave them that.
Yes, but before that, she gave them the money in episode 5 or episode 6, but before that, like, how are they able to afford to like go out to bars and like Karen usually wears really nice clothes, so how does that happen? Like, they all happen to have rich families, or?
A little suspension of disbelief.
I guess so.
But this also kind of turned into a heist film with them breaking into the
the party, right?
Into the party, getting the key. What do you think of the way that played out, and how many the way they did like the heist film?
So, I mean, it was very like, it definitely kept you on the edge of your seat as far as like, are they going to get caught? But it's like before that, they made it so easy for them to get to where they needed to go before the tension actually started building. Like with the camera guy, the security watching all the cameras, and she happens to put the device on the camera so it would loop as he's looking away. And like these security guards, like when they were hiding right underneath the stairs and they walked right on top, I'm like, either they hire really bad security, like they're underpaying them so because they don't want to be there, so they're not looking, or they're really good at hiding.
Well, there was that one time that the guy came right around the corner and she was right there. And I was kind of like, wait, you don't kind of go like you walk into a hallway
it's
and go...
It's like T-Rex vision. Like, you know, if you don't move, they can't see you. I don't know. But I did like that. This is probably my less favorite episode out of what we've seen so far. And it's good that it came out like in episode 6. Remember how I said this may have been a filler episode?
Yeah.
This is about the halfway point though.
Yeah. Well, and I also know what they're doing here. They're setting up the rest of it because they're setting up what's going on with Elektra, and they're setting up what's going to be happening with Frank.
Yeah.
So right now they're kind of in this. Okay, we have a lot of exposition to tell or set up or storyline to set.
I just don't know how Matt's gonna have time to be Daredevil and keep up with the case. Like I feel like it's all gonna fall to Foggy and Karen, which I mean, lucky that they're pretty good at what they do, but still like. But
still, I mean, Karen has no.
She's gotta start asking questions to both of them. I mean, neither one of them know about Elektra and what's going on. They just know about this potential client who gave them a large deposit. So it's. Somebody's going to start asking questions pretty soon unless she's able to help or something like that. Anything else you wanted to add to this review?
I thought it was a good episode, even though it's...
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't one of my favorites.
Yeah. I mean, there still wasn't that much fighting in it, and that's what you always kind of look for in one of one of these episodes.
Right. I do like that they always throw a little bit of red in Elektra's outfit. Just so they kind of like, it's nice because they would do that in the comic books. All right, guys. So that is the end of our review, episode 4 through 6. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next mini series of reviews.
Yep, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and also give us your thoughts. What do you guys think of these episodes? Especially number 6, because that's the one that we personally thought was a little slow. Are you guys kind of like, hey, I thought it was an awesome episode all the same? So tell us your thoughts.